Hey, what's going on, y'all? Kilo Fox here. So kind of going to be a similar video to my Glock overview, but this time with my rifle. I affectionately refer to this as my daily driver rifle. I'm going to go over what I've got on it, why I chose that over different options on the market. Just a spoiler, I guess most of it was due to availability and, price, performance to price, ratio. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start with the lower here. So this is going to be a DPMS 556 Oracle lower. Haven't had any reason to change it out to like a nicer, I guess, lower or completely ambidextrous lower, just because I don't shoot ambidextrous all that often. I think the extent of my ambidextrous shooting, I mean, if you can even call it that, is if I'm taking precision shots, right? I got my thumb on the right side of the receiver, and so I only really ever need that, that right side safety selector. And then, I mean, it's just nice to have that bad lever right here to actuate the bolt catch from the right side. I mean, it's just convenient. All right, so starting from the back, and then we're gonna work our way forward. I've got the Magpul CTR. I just chose that because it was available, it was cheap. I don't have any issues with it. If I could do it again, I'd probably get the B5 the Bravo stock, or the SOP mod stock, or whatever it's called. Just a mil-spec 6-position receiver extension or buffer tube, whatever you want to call it. I got like a Magpul Sling QD end plate right here. And then for the buffer system, I'm currently running the John Paul Enterprises SCSS, Silent Captured Spring System. This is their Gen 2. I chose this over a traditional spring and buffer weight combo just because at the time of purchasing this, I wasn't aware of like Springco springs and all the different buffer weights that were out there on the market. I was under the impression that you got a carbine length buffer spring and you've got an H1 buffer, and that's it. And I wanted more adjustability, more tunability on it, because I did foresee that I would eventually buy a suppressor for the rifle. So all of these shiny sections right here, these are stainless steel weights. So you can go to John Paul Enterprises. You can buy stainless steel weights. You can buy tungsten weights. You could take all of these weights off if you wanted to run, like if you had some sort of competition set up and you just wanted it to have no recoil, you wanted it to be a laser beam. Now, I've found personally that with the 3 stainless steel weights on the Silent Captured Spring, and then a steel and tungsten weight on the bolt carrier, which we'll get into later. I mean, this thing's already a laser. There's like the perceived recoil is negligible when it's suppressed and just completely absent when you're shooting it with the brake. Yeah, so really good. I haven't had any reliability issues with cycling unless I was using like super low power ammunition. I think I tried subsonics through this one time just to see how quiet my rifle could be with a suppressor. And I had a couple of failure to extracts, failure to lock back, failure to feeds, stuff like that. So yeah, that is going to be my my buffer system. So for my fire control, I've got, for my safety selector, a Radian Talon 45, medium lever on the left side and the small lever on the right side. It's what it shipped to me with factory. There is a little detent in there, a little pin that you can push down and slide these selector levers off, and you can swap them out for different sides. But like I said, the extent of my ambidextrous shooting consists of this, right? Whenever I'm taking a precision shot. Yeah, I mean, it works fine. I like it. I like the short throw. For my trigger, I'm running a Geissele Super Semi-Automatic Enhanced. In my opinion, this is the gold standard trigger. 2.5 pounds. I believe it's 1.3 pounds take up, and then a first stage, and then a 1.2 pound brake for the second stage. Just a fantastic trigger. Let's kind of go through it real quick. So take up, take up, take up. Really well defined wall, like you can tell, like, hey, this is a wall right here. No mistaking it, right? And then just a little more pressure, and then there's the brake. Yeah, I really like this trigger. I haven't had any issues with it. Now, obviously, if you want to do like an FRT setup or something, I don't have any experiences with like the Hoffman Super Safety or any kind of drop-in FRT that does not require you to change your trigger. I've only ever had experiences with cassette style FRTs, the whole trigger package. So your mileage may vary. Moving forward, we've got the Magpul bad lever. Like I said, I just like being able to, work that bolt catch from the right side. And then we've got the Magpul extended magazine release paddle thing. I like it. I chose this because with my firing grip, right? It's really hard for me to get on top of that mil-spec mag release unless I kind of break my grip a little bit and get down on top of it to actuate it. So I really like this this paddle. It kind of helps me because I got small hands for a guy, so I like it a lot. It does everything I need it to do and nothing I don't. So yeah, that's gonna be the lower. Just a couple more things. Really quickly, the Magpul, I don't know if it's called the extended or the enhanced, I forgot, but it's got a little groove cut out. It's an aftermarket trigger guard. I like it. I like that it actually matches the slope of the magwell. I think that looks really clean. And then just a Magpul MOE K2 Plus pistol grip, which does come with a storage core. I normally keep like a thing of like lube in there, or like a 7/16 Allen wrench, or like a flathead or something. Just little quick, fix it shit in there. Yeah, I mean, until I have a need to replace a lower, like I have some sort of catastrophic failure, I'm probably not going to change the lower. Moving on to the upper, right? So right here, we're going to go from front to back, right? So first thing we got is going to be this Otter Creek Labs Polonium K. As the name suggests, it is a K can. It is actually chambered for 6mm, so you can shoot your 6-arc through this. I don't shoot 6-arc. I just think it's cool that if I were to ever do a 6-arc build, I could just use this can with a 6-arc upper. It's hub compatible. It does not come with a chemo mount. It comes with a 1/2x28 direct thread mount. But like I said, it's hub compatible, so any existing mounts you have, you can just, chuck it on there, Loctite it down, and then have an alternate mounting system. I've had really good experiences with this can. It is not a flow-through. And I mean, but for the price, you really can't beat it, right? So I think I picked this up for $550, $450, something like that, before the tax stamp. And I mean, just the performance. This is hearing safe. For me, this is hearing safe out of the 16-inch barrel with like Winchester white box, target loads. Yeah, I mean, just it's a great can. I love it. So we're gonna set that to the side. All right, so this muzzle brake, this is gonna be the Dead Air Chemo muzzle brake. I've always liked having a muzzle brake on my rifle, just because my method of thought is as follows. I can spend a little bit of money to make it louder and shoot flatter, or I could spend a lot of money to suppress it. And at the time, I did not have a suppressor, but I wanted the ability to eventually mount a suppressor to it without having to buy another brake or muzzle device. So I went with the Chemo. I like it. I mean, this thing's a tack driver. Well, not tack driver. It runs like a sewing machine. This thing is not by any means the most accurate rifle this is a get it done within 500 meters rifle. This isn't no Chris Kyle special. This isn't like a Mark 12 or anything. The barrel that will help bring that into perspective a little bit. This is just a stock DPMS 5.56 16-inch government profile carbine length gas system barrel. Nothing crazy. And I mean, you got to think, right? The MSRP of the 5.56 Oracle when it released was like $450. Like, my can was more expensive than the rifle without the tax stamp. So just kind of this Aimpoint Pro that I got on here was more expensive than the rifle when I bought it. So yeah, I will eventually switch that barrel to either a Criterion or a KAK. I'll just have to see what tickles my fancy the best whenever I get to that bridge. For a handguard, I've got the Aero Precision Atlas S1, specifically just for weight savings. I mean, I had it laying around. I had never used it, so I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll use it. Sure, I'll throw it on this build, and I kind of like it, right? I do, however, I do miss a full length pick rail up here. Like, you never know how much you miss something until you don't have it no more. So I am missing that full length pick rail. I will replace this handguard with either a Midwest Combat rail or like a BCM MCMR, or if I'm feeling really frisky, I'll get like a matched receiver set like the Radian Builder kit. But yeah, for now, I mean, it does what I need it to do. It does heat up pretty fast. I will say that, but I always shoot with gloves anyway. So, and moving back even further, we got the I believe this is an Aero Precision M4E1 upper. I think. Don't quote me on that. Not completely sure. It's a mil-spec upper receiver. It's nothing to write home about, right? And like I said, I got the Aimpoint Pro on there. For the internals, I'm running that John Paul Enterprises variable mass operating system. So these weights, just like the silent captured spring I was talking about earlier, these weights can be changed out, right? So this is going to be the stainless steel weight. I believe it's stainless. And then this is going to be tungsten. Right, and so with this combination with the silent captured spring, I've had no issues running suppressed or unsuppressed. Unsuppressed, this thing, it does not move. It is a laser beam, which is kind of nuts. It's actually kind of unruly, and it's got a really nice finish on it. I don't know if it's like a DLC coating or what, but I mean, just look at that. Like it just. Like, that's insane. And this isn't even really like lubed all that much. Like, that's what I love about this bolt carrier, is I can kind of just use it and abuse it. Like, I think the only time I really oil this thing is if I'm in a field environment or non-permissive environment and I'm doing high round count stuff and I'm not going to have a chance to like do a detailed disassembly of this rifle and clean it. I'll just, pop open the dust cover. I'll just take some hoppies and I'll just kind of spray it in there and then call it a day. And I mean, this thing will run and run and run. I really like it. I haven't had any light primer strike issues with this, combined with the Geissele Super Semi-Automatic Enhanced. So there is that. This Radian Raptor SD, I bought this years and years ago. This is actually one of the very first things I bought for the DPMS 5.56 Oracle. And I did foresee that I would eventually run a suppressor, so I'm looking back to, past me, and I'm like, hell yeah, good job. That being the case, I cannot speak on how this changes the shooter's experience versus a mil-spec charging handle. I've got no desire to run a mil-spec charging handle. I don't really care. It's ambidextrous. I like that. I think I pretty much always actuate the charging handle from the left side now that I think about it. But having that option to run it on the right side is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's super solid. I mean, you can see it's got some wear on it. It's got the mileage. It's got the mileage. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire rifle. I will briefly talk on like different optic configurations I use with this rifle or have used in the past. This bolt is always like kind of a pain to get back in there, just because, like I said, that coating, that finish or whatever is just so buttery smooth that it just wants to, you know, unlock the bolt. So go ahead and put that there. Why don't I have a buffer system like retention detent or whatever the fuck? Well, here's why. I got tired of having to replace it every single time it shot into the stratosphere and I lost it, so I just stopped giving a shit. And this is a silent captured spring, so it's not like it's gonna spill out of my rifle every time I break it down, so I don't need it. Couple optic combinations, variations, whatever you want to call it, that I've ran with this rifle, right? I've ran the just move this down a little bit. I've ran the Vortex Micro 3X with the Aimpoint Pro. I normally run the Aimpoint Pro just solo. There for a minute, I was using this Sig Bravo 5. It's a 5x fixed magnification. It's a prism optic, so it's got BDC. It's got a BDC reticle. It's illuminated out to, I believe, 800 meters. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty chunky. So I don't run it all the time, but you know, if I'm just hitting the range, want to do some plinking, but I want to, you know, engage past like 100 meters reliably, then I'm going to use this. And now this LPVO is awesome, right? So this is just the Vortex Strike Eagle 1-8 in the first focal plane with the EBR-7 Charlie reticle, I believe. It's illuminated. It's the adjustment is relatively simple. I mean, it is a very deliberate motion. Like it takes a conscious effort to rotate this this magnification adjustment ring, I guess, which is a good thing, right? So I mean, you might, if you bump your rifle really hard, you might accidentally bump it up to like 3x, but I mean, it's pretty much a non-issue for me anyway. Now it's not hard to manipulate. It's like you have to be trying to move it, unless you're just being completely careless in how you manipulate and handle your rifle. So 1-8 power, first focal plane. It's got the EBR-7 Charlie reticle is really awesome. I really like the Christmas tree style reticles. And like I said, this isn't even a 1 MOA gun. This is like maybe 3 on a good day, right? Now, can I make hits out to 500 meters with this rifle with this optic? Yes. Are they going to be a tight group? No. No, they will not. It's just the inherent, you know, poor, I guess, accuracy of this barrel. But it is what it is. I'm coming up to the point relatively soon where I'm going to need to swap the barrel, just because I know for a fact I've put at least 8,000 rounds on this barrel. So I think here pretty soon I'm going to need to end up changing it, which, like I said before, is either going to be a KAK barrel or a Criterion barrel. But yeah, so that's my rifle setup. That's kind of what all went into it. It's not done yet, because I want to kind of, you know, specialize this rifle just a little bit more. I want it to fill more of a longer range, I guess, role. And I mean, with a varmint cartridge, like you can really only engage so far, but I want to be able to comfortably and reliably and accurately get first round impacts in tight groups, relatively tight groups, at like 700-800, maybe even 1,000. And I know that's being like really, really optimistic. But yeah, I guess we'll just see. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Have a good one.